it took me coming out of my comfort zone and not listening to my family and other people to actually experience Ghana, Africa for myself. And it was the best decision I ever made. So I believe you should do this. Connect with Jude with YouSort, and step out on faith and come out and see Africa.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome on YouSort TV. Today I'm glad to have with me this beautiful queen from Ohio, the United States of America. And just look at her, and then you could tell she's one of the fellows who were taken away from us over 400 years. Now she's right here in Ghana with me at YouSort House. You're welcome, Dominic.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad to just be in Ghana.
It's a very beautiful place to be.
It is.
It is, right? Are you enjoying it?
Oh, I love everything about Ghana. The food, the people, the culture. It's awesome.
Now tell us about the journey. Homecoming.
Sorry. I started about 2017 coming back and forth to Ghana.
Okay.
Just to get a feel and see how things were here. And I just, ever since I stepped off the plane, I felt like this was home. Just being around different, the culture, different people. It felt natural just to be here. It felt natural just to stay here.
Well, I know it started with an idea, a desire.
Oh, yeah.
Right? A wish to be here in Africa, especially Ghana. What was your motivation? I mean,
so
why did you decide to return home?
So my motivation was when I actually visited Ghana for the first time, and I just got to see the culture and the people, and just see this is where my ancestry and heritage came from.
Okay.
I'm like, I have to do something to give back to the people, and I have to do something to like just be here and do something in a capacity that's gonna help the community and help others around. So I just had this idea from God that I wanted to do a big business here that's going to create jobs, create entertainment and wealth for the Ghanaian people. Okay,
so with you, your homecoming is really going to be setting up businesses for people,
right?
To gain employment,
right,
and also to bring forth some sustainability, right?
Right, and help the economy.
Homecoming right here with Dominic. And what state are you coming from?
What state did I come from? Cincinnati, Ohio.
Ohio. All right. Would you tell us what you do, if you don't mind?
So what I do in the States, I am a supervisor at Delta.
Okay.
I work at the Cincinnati CBG Airport.
Oh wow. You are in a very beautiful environment, and you come here, and don't you think? I mean, it's no go area. Like, I still don't get it. Ask people, and when I say I still don't get it, I mean the shoes of some Africans,
right,
who don't see anything good in Africa. Yeah, they only see that it's not a good place to be.
Oh.
And I know most of you too have been kind of brainwashed that, hey, in Africa it's monkeys, it's big trees, it's diseases, it's whatever, and they use all that possible to scare you, like it's not a no-go area. But then those people who tell you take a U-turn and come here,
right.
I mean, whatever big business or company you see in Africa are owned by the people who are telling you not to come.
Right.
Or do you desire, owning such a big company in Africa?
I actually do, and it's funny, the idea that I have for Ghana, I shared with a few people that were close to me, and they were like, Dominique, that's not a good idea. You shouldn't do that here, because this is what they said. They said you should take one hand to protect yourself and one hand to fight, because it might not work. But when God gives you vision and he gives you something that you keep dreaming about and keep seeing,
right,
you can't just give up on it.
Let it go.
Yeah, and it's bigger than me. When it's something to help a community and help other people, it's more than you. So it's something you have to do.
I know you have observed some fellows who are also of same ideology. Hey, you don't get this big project done in Africa. You don't go to Africa. nothing good should happen in Africa.
Yeah.
I'm even speechless because if those things don't deserve to be in Africa, what else? What else? What else? Right?
Yeah.
We'll go for a quick break, and when we're back, yeah.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah, I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula in chemistry. New memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. We put the bars in the place. I'm talking one, yeah. It's one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
So welcome, that's Dominic here with me. And people still have that bad notion, bad attitude, okay, towards Africa or doing something in Africa.
Right.
People still have some setbacks, not to consider to live in Africa,
Right.
not to consider to do business in Africa,
Right.
and even not to consider talk about any good stuff about Africa.
That comes out of Africa.
Yeah, but it's Africa that is feeding, the
Everyone.
world. Yes,
in the
exactly.
world.
And then you check out from the big powers, okay, talk of the United States, talk of Asia or Europe, their leadership are considering to have influence in Africa.
Correct.
Everybody wants to have a bite in Africa. Come to think of it, if you think Africa has nothing, all these continents would desire to have something going on here. Do you get it?
I get it.
When you meet such fellow Africans, I mean descendants, and they are in this status or condition, their brains being washed, how do you feel?
I feel like, really bad that they think Africa is like not a fertile ground, a ground that you can do something big here. I meet a lot of different Africans, and I propose my idea of what I want to do here. And the first thing I get is like, you go there and it's not going to work. Or we're leaving our own country to go somewhere else that, so how could you see something that will grow out of there or even be successful? But I mean, when I come to Ghana or Africa, period, I just see a place where you can make things happen. You see vision, you see purpose here. And like you said, like other countries are coming here to actually create their businesses, create their platforms, because they know Africa is a place of growth and of resources and of like rich heritage and culture. I mean, Africa, even look at the music, look at the clothing, like it's marked everywhere, all over the world.
Coming home. And what are you coming home for? Particularly, you did mention business, to set up business.
Exactly. I'm coming home to create business that's going to help the economy in Ghana, that's going to help the people. I'm coming home to be in a peaceful country, a country where I can feel like myself.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, other African Americans may feel the same, that when we're in these other different countries, that aren't our actual home, we don't feel home, and when we come to Africa, we feel like we can be ourselves.
Obviously, that's where you came from, right?
Yeah.
This is your home.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was due whatever it was then.
Exactly.
That brought about the separation, and I call it a broken home.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, it's just a broken home, and this is the time we are taking to bring back, the home together, the families together.
Exactly.
And that is it. So you coming home for business. Somebody too is coming home for marriage. That's a good deal too. Huh?
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, I would love to, marry a fellow handsome
so you
Ghanaian.
want to join that too?
Yeah,
coming home for marriage.
Definitely.
Oh my goodness.
Right? Who would not want to come home to this beautiful country, start a business, and not have a wonderful Ghanaian husband or African husband at that?
Wow, that's awesome. Is it that you're having some crashes, or people are having crashes on you?
Both.
Oh, hand in hand, and that's how it should be, man. No cheat anywhere.
Exactly.
Yes. All right. So there are other people too who are coming home to own properties.
Correct.
to own properties. So we're telling you some of the things you can consider in this journey.
Correct. Yeah.
Have something. Others too, like you did mention the music industry, and now the Hollywood or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, they also coming. People are having good productions here in Ghana. So there are so many positions you can take.
So many. I mean, there's so much growth, so much development you can do here. So many things you can do, even as, you know, African American, just starting out. Like, come home. It's where it is, you know.
You just not telling us the truths. I mean, on the mind of someone. Yes.
Really?
It's saying that, hey, Dominique, it's hard to make it. It's hard to go to Africa. It's stressful. It's this. Scam issues. It's that.
You got to look past that. I mean, we have those same issues are in every country.
Oh.
So when you go to any country, you have scam issues, you have financial issues, you have long work hours. You just have to come into this country with a different mindset, and a mindset to want to, you know, have purpose and vision, and a mindset to want to budget, to want to actually put forth and work and actually do what you're called to do, you know?
So whoever has that on mind, come to think of it, people are making it. People like you have taken this journey and are making it.
Correct.
I personally and my organization, YouSort, have helped some diasporas have their business set up in Ghana, and they are running it. I have this client of mine, you know, when they were coming to Ghana, I had to go and meet them at the airport. When I got there, I saw, you know, a fellow diasporan who has, you know, a large, you know, YouTube subscribers. I wouldn't want to mention his name. At the airport, and he was the one coming to pick. In fact, he's my client as well, coming to pick my client from the airport.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, wow. So people are going beyond the odds.
Yeah.
People are going beyond what you were scared of.
Yeah.
In fact, he signed them in and out. So when, you know, it was due for them to fly out to the States, yes, I went with him. No, in fact, yes. We met somewhere, and then he brought his car.
Wow.
And we went to my client's, you know, place of stay at East Legon and picked them, and he drove all of us to the airport. Did you get it? So people are making it.
Yeah.
One of the issues of, you know, homecoming, I mean, this very journey, is trust issues. Hey, don't you have trust issues?
Don't get me wrong. In the beginning, I came in green, like, oh, everybody is this way, and then I had to, you know, go through a couple of fumbles of finding out who's trustworthy or who isn't. But it's just like any other country. You just have to find out who are your people, who are the right people. You do your background, your research, and you just have to find out, and, you know, look under, if you're dealing with a certain business, look under their different comments, see what type of person this is. And sometimes you got to do trial and error.
Is this journey for the feeble, the fragile?
No, it's not. Definitely not.
Oh.
You got to be strong. You got to be strong.
You got to be strong. And so if you're not strong, no, you cannot make this journey.
Yeah, because you're going to have family members, you're going to have friends, and people like, you really want to go to Africa? Like how you were saying, you really want to go there and do this? And, you know, if you listen to everybody in your family, you're going to miss out on the opportunity that will actually bless your life, will actually help you. You know, just like if there's any big dream that you have in your mind that you want to do, sometimes you can't tell everybody. Sometimes you have to just go forth and do it. And then once you get your feet wet and actually do it, then people will be like, wow, like just like this YouSort business you started, you know? I'm pretty sure it was people who were doubting you, like, oh, don't do this, or no, just do something simple. But if you didn't like take that step and actually do it, then we wouldn't be sitting here right now, right?
Were you here last year?
I was here last year, yeah.
What month?
So many months.
Like December. You were here last year, December?
I was here last year, October. So
October.
Yeah, October.
Okay, and then you're here in Ghana again, February.
Right.
2023.
Okay, so my fellow diasporas and those of you that are still in our American and UK countries, European countries, I tell you this, to come visit Africa. Come actually step out of your comfort zone and visit any place in Africa and actually see how it is. You know, actually step out and see if you want to live here. See if you want to actually do business here. If you want to actually take a change, you know, out of your trajectory and actually come here and just find something different. You know, we as African Americans all over, when we come home here, it feels like we're more respected, we're needed. It just feels totally different here. So when you actually step out your comfort zone and actually come here and actually do things, I'm telling you, you are gonna have the most joyful experience. You know, the most joyful experience. You know, it took me coming out of my comfort zone and not listening to my family and other people to actually experience Ghana, Africa for myself. And it was the best decision I ever made. So I believe you should do this. Connect with Jude with YouSort, and step out on faith and come out and see Africa. You'll really, really, really love it. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us on this occasion of homecoming. And I hope you have a homecoming story soon. Take care.